September 23rd, 2019. Roughly 600,000 travelers are stranded around the world after British traveler provider Thomas Cook declares bankruptcy. Wow, why should I care? Well, if you fly internationally overseas, especially to Spain and Greece, when you hit Britain, and you booked your ticket, I want to make sure it doesn't say Thomas Cook on it. Thomas Cook, a 178-year-old British travel company and airline, declared bankruptcy early Monday morning, suspending operations and leaving hundreds of thousands of tourists stranded around the world. I've got one thing to say about that. If you know you're going to go into bankruptcy, you have a duty to let people know not to get on these airplanes and travel in the first place and round them off before you pull the trigger. This is irresponsible, and in my opinion, it's criminal. But the money funders don't care, do they? They play games with these companies. This is what France 24/7. Thomas Cook bankruptcy. A company that doesn't make money ultimately tends to go bust. Let's make another point about that. All countries are corporations, and they're not making money. And what do you think is going to happen to them? What do you think happens when a country declares bankruptcy? Because it's a corporation. It doesn't have any money to pay its social obligations. When I say social obligations, like the pensioners over there in the UK or other countries in the European Union, if they don't have any money, the pensioners are not going to get paid. That means retired people. Case for all you Americans. They can't provide basic services, transportation, oversight, governance, or anything like that. You'll have chaos in the streets. The lack of transportation will also occur because there's nobody to actually be at those gates to regulate transportation. I'm just having a little tea time here, like 600,000 people across the world for this irresponsible company. The travel company operates its own airline with a fleet of nearly 50 medium and long-range jets and owns several smaller airlines and subsidiaries, including German carrier Condor. Thomas Cook still had several flights in the air as of Sunday night, but was expected to cease operations once they landed at their destinations. Condor posted a message to its site late Sunday night saying that it would still operating, but that it was unclear whether they would change. Condor's scheduled Monday morning flights appeared to be operating normally. About 600,000 Thomas Cook customers were traveling at the time of the collapse, of whom 150,000 were British, the company told CNN. They didn't tell Fox News, but what's the difference between the both of them nowadays? They're both crap. Fake news anyway, in my opinion. I quit watching Fox News like a long time ago on CNN. I just watch it in the airport. You got to realize that. I don't care what media you watch. About 90% of it's BS and opinionated and led to you to lead you on with the MK Ultra that they try to play with your mind. You've been so preconditioned you don't even realize that they are actually brainwashed you already and can lead you by the nose like a sheep that you are over the cliff. Wake up. It's time to wake up. The world's going bankrupt because the corporations are going bankrupt, and every country is a corporation, people. You better buy food, you better stock up, and you better start hoarding. Because if you don't, you're going to be just like these 600,000 people on these airlines, stuck wherever you are. Oh, their currency? Well, this idiot right here, I just call him idiot instead of idiot chap. Talking to this idiot. You see the bookshelf behind him? What is he? He must be in the, what do you call that place where you put kids before they go in elementary school? Daycare? Gotta drink some more tea. I'm on tea time. But ultimately, this guy stood his ground when this idiot right here said, well, do you think it's maybe connected to Brexit? No. Globalist, it's not connected to Brexit. This wouldn't have any difference. The company itself, Thomas Cook, its executives were taking huge bonuses, salaries, and everything else, even after all the restructuring of the debt and everything else to try to avoid this bankruptcy. Because the globalists don't care. And they used their slave workers, the people that work in these companies, as slaves. You're a greater or lesser serf depending on what they allow you to do, how much they allow you to make, and how much benefits they give you and everything else. Wake up. God didn't put you on this earth to slave for somebody else like this. I suggest you get independent, off the grid, homestead, become self-sufficient. I'm working on it. I'm not there all the way. I still derive a large part of my income off the internet as a web technologist, programmer, other stuff like that pays real well. And it's kind of addicting because I work when I want to. People pay me money and I get paid to do whatever I want. It's kind of funny, isn't it? For 18 years, been doing that. My wife's family used to come over all the time, see me sitting in front of a TV, and they thought I just sat there and watched TV all day. They had no idea I was making money on the internet all day long. Well, Thomas Cook, your ship has gone down, and there's a lot of people stuck in the middle of nowhere, and you really do have an obligation to make sure those people get home on your dime, not theirs. Will I be taking a Thomas Cook flight anytime soon after they open the doors? Hell no. You've been warned.